representatives of Massachusetts have established our own plan for the regulation of our government. The overall framework of this is for a strong centralized government for the regulation of all forms of taxation and trade. Each state will have fair representation in accordance with their population to follow the democratic mold which we pioneered through our revolution. As a nation, we strove to escape the power of a monarch who limited our rights and responsibilities. And as a result, we have now proposed a government where the individual person has a say in the laws that he is ruled by. This form of government will have each state be represented in accordance with their population, as opposed to the amount of money they produce or any other form of criteria. And the government will be headed by a single person, a figurehead, but a person who will be voted into office by the people and can be voted from office again by the people should he show any signs of seeking greater power. Slavery is the ultimate issue which we have deemed completely unjust and unworthy for a nation which has just itself become free from a monarch. As a result, we have decided to discourage slavery through taxation upon the international slave trade, possibly hoping to look for an outright ban upon it, and to protect all slaves incoming to the northern states and preventing all new northern states from allowing slavery within them.
In order to provide fair and equal representation among the states, the representation should be based on the population. In this, slaves should not be counted towards the population, as they are not equal citizens to the landowners and other people of the community. And it should be a democratic representation, as Boston is one of the more radical cities in the state of Massachusetts.
Our plan of electing executive power is by using the popular vote instead of using the electoral college. There are major flaws in the electoral college, such as when there's a change of delegates depending on the change of population. Second, the popular vote is not taken into consideration for choosing the president. Third, in our state, although there are still more college votes in Massachusetts, the popular vote is more of a difference. Finally, the popular vote is a better indicator of choosing the president because it reflects the true populace of each state.
On the topic of slavery between northern and southern states, what we're going to have to do is every particular state is going to need to decide for itself. The north is, of course, leaning towards outlawing slavery. So within the north, the states that outlaw slaves, if fugitive slaves go into those states, they are under those states' laws, which means they are now free slaves. In regards to international slave trade, we either have to tax it very heavily, or we're going to have to try and outlaw it outright, whatever the other states allow. With the southern states, we're going to have to try and move to convince them to eventually outlaw slavery. It's going to be very difficult to do that, but we'll still try and convince them. And as far as slaves themselves, we have to treat them as property for the time being.